live vibes or what?
Looks live.
Looks live. Does it feel live?
Live and alive. All right. Sunday Soak, powered by Goose Island. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Beef Loaf.
Oh, baby. It's a two-way dance.
Two-way dance today.
Cheers.
We're
Do
low.
this.
We're low on meat in here.
We are. Yeah, we don't have the...
Space now. I feel like I need to explore all the space.
I think we can swim around.
Plenty of room for activities.
It's like a little miniature water park for us.
So as always, we start with the humble brag, and this week's humble brag goes out to our guy Wally Money. Last night, he ended Jose Rondon's career by getting his jersey from him. Unfortunately for Evan Marshall, he also got his jersey, so wait to see that go away, I guess. But
yeah, thoughts and prayers to Evan Marshall. We're sorry for this.
We're hoping that that's not the case for him too. We'll see.
Wally Money should be proud.
Yes.
He did come back here afterwards with the jerseys, and I forget I think it was Evan Marshall's jersey. He said, "Feel Evan Marshall's jersry." It was soaked in sweat.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I don't know what that guy does, but he was very sweaty. Like, he was sweatier than us.
Yes, exactly. All right, you want to get into some questions?
Let's do the
It's an
questions.
all-question show. First question is from a long-time guy, long-time guy, before this 108 shit. Ray Keeler. He says, you guys are the second, third, and fourth most famous people he knows. So obviously my socks are everybody's missing. That being said, what agenda, real or not, would you use your platform to push?
Oh, man. Like legalize Shemp, right? I mean, so I you know what? I'll stick on the Three Stooges.
Okay.
I'm an advocate for Larry Fine being recognized as the funniest of the Stooges.
Wow, that's big.
I think you watch those things and all the talent is in Larry Fine.
He's the most versatile character.
Yeah.
He's asked to do a lot.
He does all the funniest bits. All the very physical stuff is Mo and Curly.
Yes.
Right? And then when Shemp came in, he's not great, but
No.
leave the poor guy alone.
That's right.
But Larry, just because he's not a Howard, doesn't get the respect that he deserves. So that's my platform. I'm gonna take that on myself, and we're not really gonna do it.
All right, I'll go with mine a little more serious. I think one of the things that we've been cognizant of as this thing has been going is trying to give the average fan a voice. And so if there's wrong being done, or not really wrong, but if there's mistakes being made at the ballpark, or there's things that are oversights, it's kind of our job to speak up and say something and sort of put that out into the Twitterverse and make people cognizant of it. And we have a big voice, and I think we do that.
Like the horrible handling of letting people into the lower level concourse yesterday. They jammed 2 employees into one side rather than have one on each side to make it work.
Right, to spread the lines
And so
get
there
it
was
go
just
faster.
a huge bulge of people just sitting there. It was totally stupid.
Yeah, gate 2 at the landing right there was jam-packed. There had to be 300 people standing
Getting
around.
in through the actual gate took less time than it took to get onto the first level. It was ridiculous.
Absolutely, and I think so far, I mean, the White Sox are receptive to this type of feedback. Like, they've fixed a ton of shit at the park the last couple of years. They've gotten a lot better with operations and stuff, so baby steps. But yeah, I'd say that's one of our things. We should be raising our hand and when something comes up. Next question is from Wet Bandit. He says, who is the most supple of the 108ers?
So you might think that it's My Sock Summer, but he's pretty hard. He's like he's a big dude, but he's a big strong dude.
Yes, he is.
I think if we're talking about if we're gonna cook one of us, which one's the most delicious? That's how I'm taking this.
Okay, yeah, I like that call.
I feel like Beef Loaf has the most marble.
I think I do. Yeah, I do.
I don't know what a beef loaf is, but I think that's what would be served. It would be a little fatty, but quite delicious.
It'd be keto friendly.
It would be.
The beef loaf is keto friendly. Everyone knows that. So yeah, I would agree with that. I totally agree. I am most supple.
Yeah,
for sure. Next question is from Katie. She says, bringing back Jose Canseco as bench coach, good idea or best idea?
Ooh, best
idea.
Best
absolutely.
Idea. I've been talking about a lot of people lately when they come to the section want to talk about Nick Madrigal. I think it's because they think that me and Beef hate his guts or something. Someone personal vendetta.
Someone asked a question about Madrigal. I didn't include it because we keep getting that question.
Right, and if it was your question, feel free to stop by the section. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
But what we've been trying to drive home is that if he doesn't have the power, he's not going to be a star. He can still be a very good player, right? Where he's high average, good glove, helps you at second base, hits like number 2. However, what I have been telling people is that if he gets on a good vitamin regimen, why couldn't he be a power hitter? You know? It was actually, if you have Canseco, you're almost ensuring that there's a pathway to vitamins.
There's a connect.
Yeah.
You got the connect right in the dugout with
Exactly.
you. Canseco would be great because he'd be a great soundbite every day and it'd be a low consequence. I know a lot of you missed the Ozzie Guillen years where Ozzie would have a soundbite for them every fucking day. He was so entertaining. But it's a different major leagues now, and Ozzie's burned too many bridges, so you're not going to get him back. But you could throw a Canseco in there and give him no real assignments other than talk to the media about crazy shit. And you would just fill up the blogs and the Athletic and all this with his lunacy.
Oh man, I mean, like, and you think Steve Stone's got a good Twitter account? Go visit Jose Canseco's Twitter account. I think I wanted to start his own cryptocurrency recently. I mean, like, that's the kind of guy we need in the clubhouse.
Absolutely correct. Next question is from Tom Pates. Good guy, Tom Pates.
Oh yeah.
If you got to have any White Sox player, past or present, join you in a soak, who would it be and what would they be drinking?
Oh man, I mean, I think there's an obvious answer here, so I'm gonna take it.
Go for it.
Big Hurt, and we drink some Big Hurt beers, man. Although
it's a lot of size in here.
It's a big guy in the tub, but I mean, we'll make it work, man. I'll sit on his shoulders or something.
I was gonna say you sit on his lap.
Well, I think I'm gonna sit on his lap.
I have a different answer.
Spot.
I thought about this for a while. It's funny you bring up Thomas because Bodie Steak, he's like, you have to pick Frank Thomas, right? And I'm like, that is the obvious answer. Yes, Frank Thomas would be tremendous. But I thought about this a little more. I thought the guy I would really want to have, past or present, he's not alive anymore. But I would love to have Minnie Minoso in here. Because I just think Minnie Minoso has so many stories.
Oh,
so much crazy shit that he had been through. And so I think that'd be wonderful. We'd have to brush up on our fucking Spanish.
Well, that's what
we'd have to figure that out.
Spanish skills and then like learn how to resurrect someone from the dead.
Yeah,
so,
well, I mean, we can figure all that out.
Zombie. I think getting Zombie Minoso in here is easier than us getting good at Spanish.
I totally agree. And he would be drinking, I don't know what he liked to drink, but I think we'd have some rum drinks. What do you think?
I know. It's got to be like a mojito or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we mix it in with the goose.
Cuba Libre, something, something. Trust us.
Some island drink, some rum island drink would be perfect.
We're going to get island drunk. That's what's going to happen.
That's absolutely right. All right, the next question is from Zach, and it's the question that we've been waiting for the whole weekend to answer. He says, if you could tattoo something White Sox related on a member of the 108, regardless of their consent, who would it be, what would it be, and where would it be?
Oh,
so I think it's fair for us to do each other, and we'll include My Sox Summer in this.
Okay.
So do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go first. Okay, so I'll go My Sox Summer first. My Sox Summer has like the hardest man crush ever on one guy in Sox Twitter. And it got me thinking, I'm like, remember when Dennis Scott had the tattoo of his dad on the shoulder?
It looked just like
and
him.
It looked just like him?
Yeah.
I would have My Sox Summer get right here on the shoulder so we could always see it at games, a tattoo of White Sox Dave. His little buddy. It would be perfect. The man crush would be right out there for everyone to see. Perfect. Treasy, for you, I happened to watch The Waterboy recently.
Okay.
And I love Mr. Coach Klein. And there's a scene when he goes to talk to he goes to talk to Bobby's mom and whatever, and mom storms off, and then he pulls his pants down and he's got the tattoo on his ass cheek of Roy Orbison. But you would have Jose Canseco on your ass cheek.
I mean, this might happen. There's a chance of this happening. Yeah, I mean, like it was funny enough. I almost bought a T-shirt the other day that had the Roy Orbison tattoo and just said, "What Mama don't know won't hurt her."
Oh, that'd be tremendous.
I didn't pull the trigger because it was like $25, and I was already buying like two like $30 T-shirts from this site. And I was like, I'm not gonna get that one, but that shouldn't discourage any of you from going and buying our T-shirts.
That's correct.
They're reasonably priced and beautiful.
That's absolutely right.
So the tattoo I thought of for you, was okay. So I don't know if you guys remember much of the Addison Reed era of the Sox. It's not too far past, but people have loved that he came into ball with the ball, which always kind of annoyed me. So I thought of an entire back piece for you, with ball with the ball at the bottom,
Yeah.
and basically Kid Rock's entire band there, but Addison Reed fronting the band.
Oh, that would be so hot.
That's your whole back.
That would be so hot.
Yeah,
That's definitely top 5 things that have annoyed you with you and I enjoying Sox games together, for
Yes.
sure.
And for My Sox Summer, I feel like he has like we talk about this like with Ribby and Rhubarb.
Yeah.
They weren't great mascots by
No.
any means. Southpaw's a tremendous mascot compared to Ribby and Rhubarb.
Yes,
but I
miles
think
better.
My Sox Summer has like this. He reminisces about them as though they were fantastic.
He's
You
more
know,
of a nostalgia guy in
Yeah.
general than we are.
right. So I thought one on each leg.
I like it.
Sexy pinup Ribby and Rhubarb. Because I think that's how he imagines them in his mind, to like them so much.
Yeah.
So one on each leg, it'll be very tasteful, and we'll get.
They're Rubenesque. They're
Oh, yeah.
Rubenesque mascots for
Oh
sure.
yeah. We'll get someone like over at like Great Lakes or someone that does really good like Sailor Jerry style. It'll be beautiful. I think we should actually do all these tattoos.
I think we should do these for charity.
Yes. I'll do the Conseco.
I'm surprised you don't have it already.
Maybe I do.
All right.
Maybe I'll show it off at the end of this. Stay tuned.
Next question from our guy Jason Hosking. Good to see Jason yesterday. Had his son out there. He says, when your mouth's watering for tube steak,
Ooh.
in what order are you selecting these girthy meat prizes? Hot dog, Italian sausage, bratwurst, Polish sausage.
All right, before we answer this,
So
Jason,
well worded.
where were you when we were coming up with the sub-headline for the blog that says, like, the drunk uncles of White Sox Twitter? Why couldn't you have told us, no, you should put girthy meat prizes as your sub-headline? Like that, oh, man. That would have been fan. We really missed it. We really missed it.
We should put it on our Twitter profile.
We're
There's
gonna
no
have
question
to
about
update
it.
that.
So what order you got, Treasy? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. I'll
Okay.
go first because this is an easy question.
I think it is too.
So Italian sausage is number 1. In fact, I had one from Punky's yesterday. Fantastic. They forgot to put the mozzarella on it. For me.
Oh.
But you know me. I got a lot of mozzarella at home. I just threw some.
Tossed it on there? Nice.
Fantastic. Also, their Italian sausage sandwich. That Italian sausage is like 3.5 feet long. Fucking ridiculous. But I digress. So Italian's number 1. Brat is number 2 for me. Especially a beer brat with some good onions. Like that's some good grilled onions on it. That's number 2. Polish is number 3, and only because I don't go to Maxwell Street as much as I should.
Yeah.
And as close as I live.
Yeah.
But that's my go-to there. And then hot dog is just, I mean, it's pedestrian. It's fucking weak house. I'll eat it because it's there, right? Like I eat, and trust me, I'm not saying I don't like hot dogs. I eat the shit out of hot dogs on a weekly basis at the park. But out of these, it's the lowest on the total.
I'm almost entirely with you, but I would flip Polish sausage and bratwurst because a Polish sausage done well is terrific.
Yeah.
So like getting one at the ballpark, so good. Get the yellow mustard, the grilled onions on there, perfect. It's Italian sauce got to be one because it's not only you have it as a sandwich, but you eat it with pasta. I mean, it's you can eat it in a lot of different ways. You know, it's its own thing sort of. So it's got to be the one. And I got hot dog at the bottom as well. I'm just not a hot dog eater. I just don't get into it. Dollar hot dog days, I'll shove as many in my mouth as I can. But other than that, you won't really see me eat too many hot dogs in a year.
Man, I just thought about having a big thing of sausage and peppers right now. Since we're missing our normal sausage and peppers right here, which is me. But
We should have done that. We should have a little plate of
man,
food
that
in
would have
here.
been great. Just
Some
floating,
charcuterie.
just floating, just us eating meat like what was it, Deuce Bigelow, where like Eddie Griffin's always eating in the hot tub and there's fucking like fixins falling on
We'll
him.
need like a net to like
Yeah.
catch it all, but yeah, we could definitely a few maybe football season soak. We'll do that.
Yeah, you definitely tuned in today thinking we would be talking about Deuce Bigelow, so I just wanted to do that for you guys.
Addition for you. All right, next question is from Tyler Voss. We got to meet Tyler Voss. He's a California fella. He says sexiest starting pitcher Gio Kopech Cease. He says he wants us to rank them for pitch appeal and physical appeal separately.
No, this is just physical. This is just we're just looking at them.
So no, he wants pitch appeal and physical.
Oh, pitch appeal.
Pitch appeal 1, and then physical appeal 2. Put them in order.
Well, okay, so I'll
Yeah.
actually, my rankings are going to be almost exact. No, they're going to be exactly the same.
Okay, let's hear it.
So Kopech number 1 for both.
Okay.
And he edges out Gio on this because he's got the hair.
He's got great hair.
Fucking hair is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
And I think he has all the fixins to be an ace. Like that's my ace of the future is Kopech.
Yeah.
So I got Kopech number 1. I got Gio number 2 in both of them as well.
Yep.
And Gio number 2 because 1, he's shown it at the big league level on the pitching side. He's got that, and he's got that California good like acting look. You know, like he could go out and be an actor. And Cease goes to the bottom for both, and it's just because he hasn't proved anything yet on pitching at the big league level. And 2, he's shaved. Beards are fantastic.
Yep.
He fucked up. He's got to grow that back. He might get back into the might rise back up. He might start pitching really well. You never know. So grow that beard back.
Beard's better. If I'm gonna go looks, I will. I'm gonna argue with you. I'll go Gio number 1 because I think he and Kopech are very close looks wise. He does have the worst hair, but he's got the intellect. He's a very thoughtful guy. So I think that sort of pushes him ahead. It's not all just the straight looks. It's the whole package of the thing. And he's a little more like sociable and personable and intelligent. So I'm going to put him ahead of Kopech there. So I'll go Kopech 2 because he got the Adonis hair. He's ripped out like a motherfucker. And then Cease 3. Cease is a handsome guy too, but he just is behind these guys.
Yeah.
And the pitchability part, I'm going to go Kopech 1. I agree with you. Like Kopech, if Kopech hits, Kopech's Chris Sale. You know, like that level of pitcher. And the other 2 guys are not going to get to that level. Number 2, I'm going to go with Cease actually. Cease's stuff is so wildly good. If he ever figures out how to harness it, he'll be a fucking monster. Now, I wouldn't bet that he fully harnesses it. I would bet that he has a bumpy road, sort of like how I think Gio will have a bumpy road. They'll be above average pitchers, but it will be a lot of variance, a lot of volatility in the performance. And then I'll go Gio 3rd, even though I was a big fan of Gio when we grabbed him. So.
Yeah. I mean, so I think the Gio good looks. I'll give you that because. You know, I was just thinking about, like, what's he going to look like later in life?
Yeah.
I mean, and we've seen Susan Ross's father. It looks like this guy's going to age well. He's going to be a handsome dude.
We all remember the Cheever letters.
Yeah, the Joe, man. I mean, like...
Who can forget, right?
If Cheever's going to write about you like that, I mean, you're a handsome guy. So I'm going to go... I'm gonna keep mine because I think the hair is too legit.
It's key.
But I like your ranking.
All right, next question is from Bam Bam. Bam Bam says, how do we feel about Sox Fest moving to McCormick Place?
So I dropped a little answer to this just because I like its closeness to Bridgeport.
I do too.
But I have a different answer for this, and I wanted to give it to you guys, and I want you guys to hit social media and make this happen. So I was just at a big convention at McCormick Place for Star Wars.
Okay.
Right? And so Star Wars Celebration was there, and with all that extra room, one of the things that they did, which I thought was really cool, was they had rooms that were not necessarily totally related to like the Disney group or like to the Lucas group.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like bloggers and podcasters and stuff like that in those rooms doing panels. And so you could go to a panel. Like imagine going to a panel with like Sox Machine, of course us. This. I mean, this is the most important one to make happen.
I mean, you need us, right?
And then you got like Future Sox, and you got Dave up there too.
Yeah.
I mean, like there could be some heated battles in these discussions, and it could be real fun. It could be a really good time. Nice job.
Thank you.
So I think that's something that when they said they're going to go into an expanded space like McCormick Place, because initially I had heard that they were just going to be in a hotel near McCormick.
Right.
But now that they're going to be in actual McCormick Place, it opens up some of these things, and I think that would be really fun. I think it'd be really interesting. I would be more than happy to participate.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah.
I mean, our fee is huge, but the Sox saved a lot of money this year. They got money for us.
That's right. I was gonna say my only answer is they sort of increased the chances that you and I would actually attend in some capacity.
Yeah.
You know, and either just show up in the bar over there and like hang out or whatever, or even what you're suggesting. The other thing though is having it closer like that will be good for the Sox Fest after party, which there's already been some preliminary talks, some discussions about how it'll work or who's going to be involved and all that bullshit. But that would be nice to get people a little closer because then you can kind of get everyone to make sure that they come to it if they're going to.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely options near there where it could be a walk.
It could be, and that would be beautiful. That would be a nice way to do that.
So we're working on that. We're going to try and figure that out. We'll have details as it gets closer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe, hopefully we'll have details by October 8th for the first, the second 108 day of the year. So we'll see how.
That'd be nice to at least have something preliminary together.
Yeah.
So, next question comes from Alexis. She was the winner of our Saturday night tickets,
daughter of Brock Lesnar.
That's her dad was yoked out and he had a fucking neck like he would kill somebody.
I want to meet that guy.
I do
Alexis,
too.
You got to bring that guy around because we didn't get to meet him. I want to meet him.
Yeah, I do too. And her question is, so we know the Wave's an obvious pet peeve of the 108 group. Do you have any other noteworthy pet peeves at the ballpark?
Okay, so can I give Cornsy's?
Go for it. Yes.
Because Cornsy has a big pet
She has a big one. She behaved herself yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell hers, then I'm gonna tell mine.
Okay.
But ladies, you've probably all experienced this. You're going through security, you got your purse there, and you never know what's gonna need to be in your purse at any time, right? So, and the people, the security guards, just dig through all your shit like you got a machete in there or something, right? So I understand that they need to have security, but we go a lot of other places where they have a little stick and they kind of look around in there and they don't touch any of your shit. Right. And it works fine. Those places haven't exploded yet. So that's Cornsy's, and I agree with her. It's too much.
It's excessive.
Now,
it's excessive.
Mine actually happened last night, and I can't think of something that I hate more in base. I hate this so much more than the Wave. It's fucking unbelievable. Throwing a home run back on the field is the stupidest fucking thing that has ever happened in a Major League Baseball park. It is so stupid. It does nothing. Do you think you're gonna relay to home and the guy's gonna be out? What is the process going through your mind when you say, I'm gonna throw something on the field? If anyone threw a beer bottle on the field, they get taken underneath the stadium and beat to death, right? So why is a baseball any different? Right. And don't tell me, the players aren't really in danger. I have posted this. You can go back and look at the blogs that keep your balls off the field.
Yep.
Is one of my first blogs I ever wrote. And there are definitely times, and for some reason it happens in New York a lot, where the players have been hit with the ball by stupid ass fans hitting their own player with a baseball. So it's awful. Don't ever do it. If you ever find yourself with a home run from an opposing team, just hand the ball to the nearest kid. It will make their fucking year. So just do that. You don't have to throw it on the field, because that's the stupidest thing you could do with anything. So, yeah, just give it to me.
I'll put My Sock Summers in here because he wrote a seminal post about bathroom etiquette, specifically for men, bathroom etiquette. Go check out that post on our blog. But basically, let's get as many people in the bathroom as possible and not have a big line outside of it. And let's get everyone lined up behind people so we can expedite the process.
Exactly.
It's a great post. Go check it out. For me, the most upsetting thing in the ballpark is actually a operations situation. It is checking of tickets. It's completely unnecessary. And the seats going down and making sure people sit in a certain section, it's unnecessary. Fans can handle this on their own. And in general, if you're sitting in someone's seat, I've been to probably 1,000 baseball games in my life. And if someone says you're sitting in my seat, I've never once seen someone argue it. They always get up, and it's never a problem. It's not an issue whatsoever. And some fans are even courteous enough, well, you're in my seat, but there's a couple seats open. I'm just going to go sit down here. The fans will work together. If there's a problem, ushers, security, you'll be alerted. Otherwise, stay the fuck out of it. Just let us handle all of that stuff. The fans in the area will make sure everything works right. And people are generally courteous, so let's cut that shit out.
Can I put one on top of that, though?
Go for it, yeah.
If you find yourself in a situation where you're like, I'm in someone's seats, but there's seats next to it, I'm just going to move over, give a 1-seat buffer.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing worse than having, you have to move someone out of your seats, and then they sit just directly right next to you. It's a little awkward.
It's weird,
It's a little close for comfort. Just give a 1-seat buffer if you got that situation. You're going to Sox games. There's a seat buffer available. Even last night there was seat buffers.
Treasy, if you can't buffer the seat, buy the person a beer.
I like it.
Then you're like, okay, I'm going to make peace here with this thing.
I like that.
The fans can handle this on their own. Don't need anybody else to help out. Next question is from Swindler1217, who won the T-shirt for winning the Second City Picks. So nice job, Swindler. Lives in Vegas. Swindler loves knuckleballers. He said, which not good White Sox player, so either, should give the knuckleball a try in 2020 for one last Uncle Rico moment in their career.
So there's a lot of good answers to this. I gotta go with a former Sox. Let's get James Shields back.
Oh!
Throw out a knuckler. Maybe that's what he's been doing this year. Maybe that's why he hasn't signed. Because, I mean, like, if you're out there preaching to everybody that we're going to be able to trade Ivan Nova, like, you got to realize that there's guys like James Shields just sitting at home.
That's true.
So they could easily call up, like, any of these teams needs a pitcher, call up my guy, James Shields.
Yeah, get him right in.
Give him a few $1 million to show up for the end of the season. I think he would do it. But maybe he's not because he's working on that knuckler.
I'll answer for me and my Sox summer. There's one guy we want on this goddamn team, and he has not deserved to be on this team this year because he played so poorly. I want Daniel Palka working on that fucking knuckle.
Oh, baby.
The lefty knuckleball. Almost nobody does the lefty knuckleball. I want him back in there, and maybe the bat comes back, and he's a two-way player for our White Sox. What do you think about that?
I can't love that enough.
Beautiful. All right, next question is from White Sox Sal. And White Sox Sal says, do you think winning will change White Sox Twitter? Or do you think we'll still find things to bitch about when the Sox are on their way to winning their third title in 5 years?
So I'm going to say it won't change. Because if you look, and I don't want to compare us to Cubs fans, but I'm going to compare us to Cubs fans.
Do it.
If you look at Cubs fans, so like I woke up this morning, me and Cordzie were sitting having coffee, and she's like, what happened to the Cubs last night? Like, did someone like get like injured for the year? Like, people are going crazy on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think they're just not in first place anymore. And like, so I could see that being us, like, you know, oh, we were in first place, but like we got knocked out of first place for a couple days, and people are like, holy shit, it's all over. And then poor Steve Stone, his head's just gonna explode.
I'll be honest with you, it's going to get way worse. Because right now, at least you have the excuse, development. When you sign in a guy or one of your star players is having a real shitty year, we can all remember back to when Paul Konerko would have like a shitty half year or a shitty full year. Fucking stadium was burning down. People were so pissed off, like Konerko was terrible, all this stuff. Everyone forget. Now when you're past it, you got the World Series and like you retired the number and all that shit. You forget about all that shit. But back when it was happening, people were pissed off at that shit on the regular. And this is gonna happen.
Yeah. So I want you guys to put this moment in your brains, right now. Think about the blackout game. All right? Remember the glory that the blackout game was. Everyone's in black. We're like, where the crowd is insane. If Bobby Jenks comes in and blows that save, we run on the field and murder him, right? I mean, like, there's no other way that goes down. Like, I can only imagine what would have happened in the stands if that would have happened. And that's what we're coming into right now.
Yeah, I think people are taking for like they're looking at Moncada's performance this year and they're assuming Moncada's every year for the rest of his White Sox career is gonna be exactly like that. It's not. There's probably gonna be 1 year where he's a lot better than that, and 1 year where he's a lot fucking worse. And let's hope that year where he's a lot worse doesn't cost us the division or something. But it might. And the same thing with all of these guys. Like you probably haven't seen the last of a Giolito season where he has a 5 ERA. Right? But he might have a year where he has a sub-3. You got to look at it. There's going to be a lot of volatility in this performance, and you and I and everybody else, we're going to be pissed off when it happens. We're going to be upset when we get the low end of the volatility. We get the running bad of the volatility. Beautiful. All right, next question is from Shy Sox Anthony. He says, what's your preferred jersey number when playing organized sports? It's an easy one.
You go first.
My jersey number, all the way through the levels, except for when I got to play in varsity basketball at De La Salle, because let's just say I wasn't high up in the ranking of players on the team. That's probably a little lower third, maybe. I always wore number 13, and I wore it because everyone said it was bad luck, and I'm one of these guys like, fuck all that shit. I don't believe in bad luck, and give me that jersey. So that's why it's always been mine.
So as a kid, it was 10. That was my number. Big BJ Armstrong fan. And so, but as I got older, obviously I was the worst point guard on our team in every level after grade school. And so you didn't get like 10 is that's gone. So
someone important has 10.
So you got to get kind of a weird number. But the stars kind of align for me because like so So Beef Loaf, as he said, is 13, and then my guy Jose Canseco was 31 with the Sox.
Yeah.
And that's the reverse of 13. So as we played in upper levels and like in semi-pro leagues and stuff, we would wear the
Oppo numbers.
Semi-pro is not right word.
Amateur. It's kind
amateur
of,
leagues.
I mean, there was money at stake.
Yeah, there was money
at stake.
Like, we would win money.
There were money leagues,
so
whatever. You know, like you're playing the money.
We'd be 13 and 31.
Yeah, we'd be 13 and 31. That's right. And it was funny when we play in these leagues. We had some friends and then some guys who we had played ball with coming up, who were just good players that we knew. Like, we're friends with them too, but like it was a mixture of just our buddies and you and I would literally get into each other's faces arguing about shit on the sidelines and have to be separated in some of these games.
Yeah, I mean, and like
that's the only time we ever argued, really. I mean, like,
yeah, for sure. They're competitive leagues. I mean, most of the guys on the other teams, or at least the ones that you would play against that would for the like championships and for the money, were like college players at local colleges that weren't gonna get in trouble for playing in a men's league.
Right, that's exactly right. So,
but I was like 17 playing in these leagues because I had quit playing high school sports because we didn't see eye to eye on my recreational activities.
It's a bit of a barrier. All right, the next question is for fucking My Sox Summer. I don't know why he's even allowed to have a question in this, but he says, "Why do you always invite guests to the beef deck when I'm out of town, like Josh Nelson or the New Sox Order crowd?"
But they don't like you. I mean, I don't want to have to break it to you over the internet, but I mean, like, a lot of guys don't like you. They're tired of you getting all the bobbleheads.
That's right.
All the pins.
That's why the Sox are enforcing it now.
Like,
they're selectively enforcing on people that do it, like him.
Hornsey went in like the third inning, got a pin last night from the Sox Social solely because you weren't there. So I mean, like, I feel bad telling you it's tough love though. Tough love over the internet.
Tracy, I got a different angle, and it's one that you've brought up many times. We'll be out on the beef deck, and a bunch of us will be out there, the normal crew, and someone will always ask, "Where's My Sox Summer at?" And you'll be like, "Well, he probably just sent 50 tweets in a row, and then he'll show up here 8 minutes before we're gonna leave and say, 'Kids.'" So yeah, so that's usually his excuse, and it's usually bullshit. So if you want to get there in time to meet some of these people, hustle up, motherfucker. Let's go.
Yeah. So now you know to not ask questions in this forum.
All right. Next question is from Brad King. He said, "What are the realistic chances the White Sox signing a good/quality starter in 2020?" He says, like Cole, etc. Well, it ain't gonna be Cole.
So the etc. is the piece that we gotta look at here.
Yeah, right.
And good or quality is a real gray area.
Yeah.
So it's tough to say. I think that they will sign some pitchers. I don't know that they'll end up being good. Like I think they'll do their best to do it, but they're not gonna spend a lot of money. It's gonna be a guy who's kind of like hasn't had the best couple of years before it and is now a free agent, and they're saying like, we'll give you a pillow deal of like 1 year, $8 million. You could show off to the rest of the league because we're confident we're gonna bring up guys after you to fill this in. So it's gonna be real hit or miss, man. It's gonna be sketchy. I mean, like guys like Odorizzi are like kind of like the thing I'm kind of looking at like there. Although that he might even be out of their price range.
I mean, I think it can go one of two ways. If they decide they're going to be aggressive, like to get an Alex Wood, I know you love Alex Wood. White Sox Dave is also an Alex Wood lover. You're going to have to be aggressive if you want to get Alex Wood, right? Because Alex Wood's stuff is terrific. He just can't stay healthy. And good teams are going to hone in on that. And they'll say, you know what? If Alex Wood can give us 120 innings, we're willing to pay for that. Whereas usually the White Sox are not aggressive in those paths. They're a little more passive, and they'll take the cheaper innings eater guy and hope they get a dead cat bounce out of that.
Because you got to remember too, the Sox have a limited number of pitchers that they can actually go after. Because you can't, like, you see some guys who perform well on the West Coast in the bigger ballparks because they're fly ball guys.
Right.
And that doesn't work here.
Right.
Like even Jake Peavy, who was old and did his best out there, the fly ball rate was too high, and it got him. You know, Derek Holland was probably the worst case scenario of that.
Yep.
Like he was, and his best years were in Texas, so everyone figured that he would be fine. But like, so you got to pay for ground ball rate, and it's expensive because there's a lot of small ballparks, and a lot of the teams that have small ballparks have the most money, and so that's a problem.
It's true. I mean, well, you're going to pay for ground ball rate and strikeout rate.
Yeah.
And and the White Sox are not the best as far as on the pitching side of striking people out, and they need to get a lot better, and they're going to.
But it's rare that you got the combo.
Right. I'm kind of interested to see how they do it because they could, in theory, block someone from starting inside 2 starters. I don't think they're going to, though. I think they're going to roll out there with Gio, Lopez, Kopech, even though Kopech will be on an innings limit, and Cease. And then it'll just be the 5th starter you're buying. Now, depends on how seriously they take it. If they think that last person needs to be like a number 2 or 3 starter, which I think it needs to be, to like, at a minimum, start pushing forward towards 2021, that's going to be one. But I could so see them, bargain basement, cheap guy at that 5th spot and say, well, we'll just wait for Carlos Rodon to come back.
Yeah, somehow they're going to not realize that they need to have 7 starting pitchers because, like, everyone's arm's fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's modern day baseball. I mean, like, it's gigantic dudes throwing 97 miles an hour. Like,
right.
The human body's not built for that. The shit's going to break.
Yeah,
It's
it always does.
It's like driving your car everywhere 150 miles per hour. Eventually, something bad's going to happen. Like, it's whether it's like that Lambo that we saw last night, it's all crushed up or whatever. But more than likely, your engine's just going to blow up.
That's right. All right. Let's close this show out with a 2-parter from our guy, Juan Uribe's Cub. He says, I don't know if you followed the thread. He was trying to buy like an ocean liner from someone. I can't explain it appropriately. Just go to his Twitter feed and try to find it. It's hilarious. But anyway, he says, favorite boat-oriented sitcom and why? The Love Boat, Gilligan's Island, or Fantasy Island? In parentheses, he puts Madrigalist Tattoo. I'll go first. I'm going to go Gilligan's Island because it's the only one I've ever really seen. And I saw it in syndication, sort of like on WGN or some shit after that, and it's moderately funny. It's kind of a goofy show. That's fine. The other two, I know like the Love Boat, like the theme and shit, but I've never seen it. They got the one guy with the great mustache on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, I know nothing about Isaac. Yeah, I know nothing about the show at all.
So, I too have watched Gilligan's Island more than any of these, and I should probably watch Fantasy Island because it just feels like I could be on it. But like, I'm gonna go with the Love Boat, and a very specific reason why. And the reason why is that back in the day, so me, Vinny Baseball, and Johnny Love used to go to this thing every year at Five Star Bar up in Westtown. They would have a yacht rock night. And they would legit play like the cheesiest like 80s like rock music, and on every screen in the entire place. It didn't matter if there was an important game on or anything. Every screen in their place was the Love Boat.
That's beautiful.
And it was for hours. I mean, like, and the drink special on those nights was Bartles and James. So. Our mouths would be red, like we just drank seven gallons of Kool-Aid. I loved that night. It was always a good time. We always had a lot of fun. But so I'm gonna go Love Boat purely for that. And what's funny is I've watched, because of that, probably 30 episodes of Love Boat. Never with any volume.
That's an interesting test to watch some shit without the volume at all. Just check it out. And then the second part of his question is, who's our favorite captain out of this group? Captain Stuving, Captain Kangaroo, or Fry Fest Captain Andy King? Is it Fry Fest?
I don't know any of these people. I just know Captain Kangaroo, so I'm going to go Captain Kangaroo.
I'm going to go Captain Kangaroo too, although if he wore the hair now like he wore the hair back then, he's a pedophile. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the pedo starter kit right there. That hair and the mustache and everything, that's the pedo starter kit.
I mean, to get back to my previous answer, who's the captain and Tennille? I feel like
underrated captain.
Yeah, underrated.
We might have to come up with a blog post where better captains than these captains.
Captain Morgan's a good captain.
That's right. There's no question about it. All right, that's all we got today.
Oh, baby.
We'll see you at the ballpark, and I got to get my ass out of here to close this out.
Yeah, great
All right.
soak, man.
Good job. Fuck.